So Camhirst is a project, ladies and gentlemen, which is, going to solve the global housing crisis. And, even USA short of 4 million houses. Canada's short of 5.8 million houses. This is an untapped multi-trillion-dollar market. And all I can say to people is that this is basically amazing how ordinary people can be part of this project, and they can be part of a project that can change the lives of millions of people. And the primary reason for the shortage is the normal ways to building houses is too slow, and the traditional where building requires skilled labor, and there's a huge shortage of skilled labor. It took us over 5 years of research and development, millions of dollars, but we have built an amazing house with this robot, and that house that was built was within our factory originally. Now, that house, obviously, when we've built hundreds of walls with the same technology, other companies have built many different houses that have also built 3D concrete printing robots. But our particular robot can build a small house in 48 to 72 hours. We can build houses faster, cheaper, safer. They're better insulated, more eco-friendly, and there's very little waste. Now, we want to become leaders in the obviously Industry 4.0. What we must understand is, if you had gone, if all of you on the Zoom or those who watch this afterwards, if you had signed an MOU protocol agreement with the cluster of the African Union, and they were going to allow you to meet ministers and presidents and share information about the robots, about the ecosystem, about all the things that could benefit those governments, those countries, having access to all those ministers and presidents. If you were the CEO of the Camhirst ecosystem, how do you think that will be beneficial to the ecosystem? I want everybody to pause and think about this. Not me, you're the CEO of Camhirst ecosystem, and you've now signed an MOU, protocol agreement with the cluster of the African Union. You have access to majority of the ministers and presidents who are willing to listen to you, and they're excited by what the ecosystem can do, and they're very excited about how these robots can solve the housing crisis in their regions, their countries. What would that do for your company if you were the CEO? Obviously, it will give you access to a lot of orders, access to funding, land, and much more. I'm sure you can understand having access on that kind of level, how beneficial that would be if you were the CEO or if you were running an organization or company which had that kind of access. So that was a huge thing. We were really excited when we managed to do that. So we also have, in the past, I would say at least 1 year or more, have managed to get a lot of orders. I go back and ask you again, you're the CEO of Camhirst Robots. You have just secured a lot of robot orders. And these orders are for social housing, luxury housing. These orders are for building schools, clinics, hostels. How would you feel? How confident would you feel? How excited would you be knowing that even before you've gone into mass production, you have secured these orders? Now, we have orders from which we supplied robots for somebody who's going to build 10,000 affordable homes in the Republic of Burkina Faso. We have an order where they are wanting to do a JV with us, joint venture. Overall, it's going to be 600,000 houses to be built in the Republic of Ghana. 100,000 are needed soon. We also are now, these orders in the pipeline are going to start materializing. Can you see how excited you would be if you were the CEO? 40,000 Central African Republic, Senegal is interested in 10,000 houses, and the list goes on. And the um, Prince of West Africa, when I was on a Zoom with him, he was interested in building 3.2 million schoolrooms with these robots. And it doesn't end there, ladies and gentlemen. Germany, or confirmed orders from Germany, Switzerland, Denmark, Brazil, Argentina, the Czech Republic, and the USA. We're talking, some of our amazing leaders have been bringing people to Zoom calls who want to become country distributors. People have been bringing people to Zoom calls who are construction companies and they want to buy robots. People have been bringing various governors and diplomats and ministers to the table. I also personally have been in Zoom meetings with various ministers and met many on a personally face to face. So I was in Nigeria not long ago, and there's a newspaper article here that we've got on the slide. I was on Nigerian national TV, where the organization who'd been given the 1 million social housing order, they signed an MOU protocol agreement with myself. You can see the pictures here of signing of the agreement. You can see the pictures here when I was on national TV. What if that was you? You were there, you're the CEO, you did this. How excited would you be? What do you think that would be? How beneficial would that be for the company? Now, again, I want to highlight to you, this has happened. And on the back of this, we received 100 orders with training, which are worth 27.5 million for robots, and 900 orders for robots without training, which is worth 225 million. Remember, all of the other orders I mentioned briefly as well. So we haven't just got robots, we have other solutions, other amazing ways we can generate wealth for landowners and governments. So one of this amazing technology is the land scanning proprietary technology, which is a game changer in exploration. It can actually, we can deploy this and we can detect resources up to 100,000 feet deep. This means that we can help these landowners and governments, find diamonds, gold, oil, precious metal, precious stones. Now, this enables governments to raise millions of dollars, I would say hundreds of millions of dollars with this. And with us doing, with the money that we help them raise, we can do JVs with them or they can buy robots. Now, how exciting is this? That we're able to help countries, leverage what's in the ground by using this game-changing technology. So look, the head office is now open. Obviously, it's Christmas and New Year, but it will be reopened, in the first week of January. We also invite people on an appointment-only basis because obviously we're so busy. We are also looking to open offices, and because obviously I am also a resident of Dubai now, so we also have a company which is an LLC which is registered in Dubai as well. We have a company that's registered here in the UK as well. So Dubai will eventually become our head office for many reasons, because people can fly from all over the world and come there, and we will have people manning that office. We will have manufacturing units there as well. But right now, we have our premises in Greater Manchester. Climate change and sustainable construction, we take this very, very seriously, and we believe that we will become one of the best companies in the world. If somebody wants to buy homes that are more eco-friendly, or they believe in sustainable construction. There are competitors, obviously. We're not the only people building 3D concrete printing robots, and these competitors, we thank every single company and anybody who's in this space, because from them we've learned a lot, especially our head of R&D. He's worked with many companies. He helped create the first ISO paper with some of these amazing people who were on that ISO committee, and that paper got published. knowing the ISO papers got published last year, knowing that it covers DIN, which is some of the German standards, and ASTSM, which is American standards, this is a game changer for the 3D CP space. So our robots can be anything from 250,000 to 350,000 without training, depending on the size of the robot, and 275,000 plus with training. Every time a robot is sold, it generates profit of over 50,000 US dollars. And this is exciting. It's new technology, game-changing technology, and ordinary people are first time ever going to be able to be part of a project which is going to be a disruptive technology within one of the biggest industries in the world, which is construction and real estate. So look, my name's Adam Ahmed. Like I said earlier, I'm the CEO. We are going to be making changes. I'm going to be appointing someone else as a CEO early next year. We're going to be appointing somebody else as also a managing director. We're going to have other corporate team members. We already have some of those corporate team members as part of our organization who are working closely with myself. We have our head of R&D, Ed Rowland, who's absolute genius within the 3D concrete printing space. And we believe we've got a great team. But this team is now going to expand, and we are attracting more good people. We're going to obviously be very selective who we bring on board because they need to be on the same hymn page as us. So that was a little bit about our project, this amazing technology, which is the robots, and then the technology, which is the land scanners, and there's much more that we have that we're excited about. There's a carbon credit monetization program within the ecosystem, which can help raise millions of dollars for landowners as well and governments. So we're very excited that the what we're bringing to the world is game-changing technology, and this is what makes it so exciting. So what I want to do now is talk about how can this company go on and become a multi-million, then a billion, a multi-billion-dollar organization or an ecosystem. Now, normally, ordinary people don't get a chance to be part of something like this, but we decided that we want as many people as possible to benefit. So we created something called the Founders Program. The Founders Program is a private club where you could be members, knowing what I've just explained to you, all those government, collaborations in the pipeline, all these orders that we have, and knowing what we are trying to do here is create the next big tech company, the biggest and amazing ecosystem in the world, which is going to empower millions of people. So you can see that what we're trying to do here is going to create wealth for the stakeholders, create wealth for people in so many different ways. And one of the ways is that people can become founding members. Now, being a founding member, you're a founding member of the Camhirst Ecosystem Private Club. Now, that club basically means that 7.5% of the company's total profit will be shared with the private club. So the private club is our stakeholder. They have the shares. The private club will then share the rewards that they'll get on a quarterly basis. The first one now, because the production is now going to go start happening of these robots towards the end of January. So that means the first rewards that founders can expect is going to be 2 weeks after the 9th of April, because we will every 3 months later, so 9th of April, and 3 months after that, the stakeholders get to know what the profit was for that quarter. They get a report. They will then, so the private club will then share the rewards that they have with its members. So this over time is going to be an unbelievable kind of passive reward, because one founding position only costs $1,000. Once you're a founding member, you then got one share in that pool of 1,500, and 7.5% of a company that can go on to becoming a multi-million possibly $1 billion, and possibly multi-billion-dollar company. And it's not just the robots. We're talking about the whole ecosystem. We have a marketing company. We have a blockchain solution company. We have this land scanning technology. We have so much happening. We're going to be building developments. We're going to be doing joint venture projects with these different construction companies. The future is very, very bright. But we believe that those who take action, only 1,500 people in the entire world will be founding members of this dynamic and powerful project. And those 1,500 members can expect rewards to be shared quarterly for a lifetime. If you have one founding position, which is bronze, you have one share in the pool. If you have two, you have two shares in the pool. If you have 3, 4, 5, 5 is called diamond. 5 founding positions in the pool, that's $5,000. You got, more of that profit coming to you through the private club. So this is a unique opportunity. There's under 300 founding positions left. So there is a timeline, 14th of January, but I have a feeling that most of these founding positions are going to go before that time, because, to pay once and to be part of such an amazing ecosystem and continue to receive rewards for the lifetime of the, project is something absolutely amazing. Okay, so that was the founding members program that people could be members of. Then what we decided was, why just let venture capitalists or angel investors or private investors only benefit? We have over 1,700 robot orders. Now, if we say the trade price is 200K, now 1,700 times 200,000 US dollars, it's a lot of money needed to manufacture those robots. Some of that money will come from venture capitalists. Some of that money will come from various different, investors who will invest within our company and become shareholders and take those percentages. And many, many people I have seen over the last 1 year, like I said, I met many people over 1 year period in Dubai, and there were a lot of people excited to be part of this project. And some of these were millionaires, some were billionaires. So we're very excited, and I'm overwhelmed with the kind of response we have received. Now, we thought that's all good and well. These venture capitalists and private investors are very wealthy people or organizations. Why don't we do something different? Why don't we allow ordinary people to be able to fund these robots? If you and I put our money together, we buy a house, we sell the house as individuals, and we share the profit, there's nothing wrong with that. Nobody can stop us from doing that. If a community gets together and does the same, absolutely same, no problem. If a community gets together, instead of a house, buys a robot, funds a robot for it to be manufactured, and then once that robot order is fulfilled, because remember, it's not about finding robots, we have over 1,700 orders for robots. So you can see how simple this is. So what I want to do now is share perhaps another very simple PowerPoint, because that will help me explain more to you. So I'm just trying to find it. I may have to go back and see where it is. And then you will understand this community which has come together. This amazing community is bringing solution to the world of how they can make a difference, and they can truly help solve the global housing crisis. Okay, so this is the head office in Greater Manchester. Some people have already been here, and it was wonderful to see members of the community. Remember, I'm the CEO of the Camhirst ecosystem. I'm going to be focusing more on going to see heads of states, presidents, ministers, all over the world, millionaires, billionaires, making sure that we continue to get more and more orders, more and more powerful collaborations, strategic partnerships. We will have in the new year someone else who will be taking on the day-to-day running of the project. And we will also have a managing director and other amazing corporate team members. So this is our head office and one of our training centers. So this collaboration is very powerful. It's a community, which is Property Robots, and Camhirst Robots, which is part of Camhirst 3DCP, and the Dubai company was Camhirst Marketing Management LLC. So it is really simple, ladies and gentlemen. Every time $200,000 comes into the community, they use that to purchase a robot at trade price, and that robot already has been sold for $250,000. So that money is used to assemble, test, put into a container, off it goes. That $50,000 is shared with the participants of the community program, and this happens again and again and again until the participants' money has doubled. It is that simple. And some of you may know that the community had a special promotion, and that promotion meant that it was going to double in around 24 weeks, which was 168 days, 6 months. That was supposed to end midnight EST tonight. The community, there's a mixed consensus. Some are saying that they want to end the promotion tonight, and some have said they want to continue this till the end of the month. Now, all I can say to you is look in the groups, because so far it's still ending tonight, and I don't make a decision on these things. The community leaders make it. It is a community project, and next month, when those decisions are going to be made via a voting system, so that is something where really the community is driving. They're the governance model of this. So very, very exciting. It's a bit like a DAO, decentralized autonomous organization. So through a smart contract, the community votes on important decisions. So you can participate from anything from $100 all the way to $100,000. And like it says, it was going to end on the 25th. Like I said there, we did extend it for a few more days, but I think it probably will end tonight, but it just depends on the votes from the leaders, because it's the community leaders who will make that decision. And I'm hoping they'll make that decision before midnight EST tonight, because that's when it finishes. But look in the groups. If you're thinking of buying a plan, buy it, because either tonight after midnight EST or after midnight on New Year's Eve, it will change to 9 months, which is still amazing that the community is able to do this. So PRP11 is a plan which will double 6 months and then 6 months again. So it's like you got 1 year's worth of amazing rewards. It is very simple to be part of this. You simply if you have not part of this, get the referral link from your sponsor, and you can then enter that into the URL, click enter. You can be part of this for zero cost. It doesn't cost you anything to be part of this, ladies and gentlemen. So my advice is get as many people to be part of this, because the bigger the community, the bigger the impact. But it is optional for you to financially participate, which is in the community project. So that is again down to you whether you want to help fund the robots. If you do, wonderful. You can then go ahead and receive the rewards that the community will share with you. If not, you could simply become a free member, which we class them as ambassadors, and the ambassadors can create awareness and earn money. Ambassadors can also go on to becoming business development managers, which is independent business development managers. And if they introduce construction companies who want to buy robots, they can earn a lot of money. One chap in Ghana, he introduced construction company building 10,000 affordable homes in the Republic of Burkina Faso. 50 robots order came in, and him, just for simply bringing that client to us, his commission for that is going to be over $687,000 US. So being a brand ambassador can be highly rewarding, and there are so many ways you can unlock a superb income, whether you bring country distributors, regional distributors, whether you bring investors who want to become stakeholders, shareholders in the company, whatever you do as an ambassador, there are so many ways you can get rewarded. So there is a back office. So whether you're a free member, paid member, even free members can just simply here it says referral link, copy their link, share it with others, and you can actually earn a superb income. So it doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, what job you're currently doing. It doesn't even matter if you're not working. It doesn't matter if you're a successful entrepreneur. This can unlock superb income, either passive or active. Active is when you go out and share the project with others, but choice is yours. You may become a business development manager. We just give you the choice. We remember, what I said earlier, that it is important to understand whatever you decide, the choice is yours. Nothing is guaranteed. If you decide to participate and fund robots from as little as $100, that is your choice. Only put in what you can afford. Do your own due diligence. Get back to the person who's invited you. Get all your questions answered. We are just sharing information here. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is just sharing information with you. Only you can make the decision. I'm a CEO of a powerful ecosystem. My job is to share information. Your job is to make smart decisions. So it is obvious I've shared a lot of information. So you may have lots of questions. My advice to you is go back to the person who shared this information or the video with you. They'll answer your questions. And I'm just a member of the community, just like all of the other members of the community. But we're a very powerful community, which is on a mission to end the homeless and housing crisis. So I want to thank you all for your time today. I want to thank you for being, on this webinar. It shows that you have the right kind of mindset, because it takes somebody with an entrepreneurial mindset to keep an open mind and look at something new. My mission is simple: to help us build huge projects which can go on to becoming billion-dollar plus companies. My mission is to change the lives of more than 1 million people in the next 12 months. We believe our community project, along with many of the things that we're doing, creating employment, we're going to be creating academies, we're going to create an army of artisan tradespeople in numerous countries. There's so much happening in terms of vocational training, in terms of empowerment. To me, it's about creating employment. It's about helping people. They say if somebody's hungry, you give them a fish, you'll feed them for a day. But show them how to fish, they'll feed themselves for the rest of their lives. I say this, you probably heard me say this many times over. It is criminal, ladies and gentlemen, that people are dying of hunger in this day and age. They don't have clean water. So many people don't have clean water. So many children don't have access to education. There are so many people who don't have access to healthcare. There are so many people in the UK which are also homeless, and the situation is getting worse around so many countries. Whether it's very cold or hot or whatever, everybody should have a roof over their head. And this is going to be the biggest and most powerful empowerment program on planet Earth. And that's because all you good people are going to come together, and we're going to bring change to millions of people's lives. And on that note, I want to thank everybody. We're going to have our final webinar of this year tomorrow, 7 p.m, same link. On that note, once again, thank you so much. Take care of yourself. God bless you all. Bye-bye.